Alright. Hello everyone, and welcome to this month's KaijuX. I am joined by Joe, and we're just going to talk Transformers until more people get here.
Yeah, I watched Transformers Dark of the Moon last night, and I got really I got really mad. And like through watching it with my friend, I would like reference like certain things in the original show, and it felt surreal.
Oh man, that was
like there's like in the movie, Megatron is a semi truck.
yes,
And I said they could have had like a moment where Optimus and Megatron like collide into each other, like in an episode of the original cartoon, of the G1 cartoon, where Optimus and another semi-truck transformer, Motormaster, they collide into each other head on, and Optimus is like really beat up after that, but
yeah.
like he knocks Motormaster out, but like they could have done something like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I was really hoping there would be more with Megatron's truck form. I thought that was like one of the cooler things out of that movie. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
oh, god.
he like transforms once
Yeah,
in the movie.
and it's like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, not only does the truck look awesome, like, what a great, like, one, it's a great way to show that it's like, oh, he's hiding. Like, you know, he's not a tank anymore. He's stinking hiding after the events of the second movie. And it's like, oh, yo, a truck, that's, like, for one, that's a smart way to show that he's not in full position, not on the battle edge anymore. And two, it's a great parallel to Optimus. It was like, yo, that's smart, but they don't do anything with it. Gosh darn, it's like, go ahead.
As something, speaking of like cars, I hate how Soundwave is just a car.
Oh yeah.
It has like a kind of neat idea where the human villain tricks Shia LaBeouf and his girlfriend into having Soundwave, but it just makes Soundwave less unique.
Yeah.
Because now he's an advertisement.
Right.
For a car.
Yeah, I gotcha. I can understand. It's like, the Bayformer films, I will give to their credit, are sprinkled with some decent ideas, even if they are, like, you know, obvious. It's still kind of like, oh, that's cool. You could have done something with that. No.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
They just want to be, like, fucking stupid.
Oh.
And, like, I noticed this, when I was watching it, it was getting to the final battle, I noticed Optimus doesn't do anything.
Wait.
Through the whole movie.
Oh.
He doesn't do anything.
Oh my goodness.
Like, every time you think he's gonna do something, he like does something else, like, or like he like finishes something. Like, a lot of the, like, there's this giant metal worm that wraps around a building.
Yeah.
And the humans, like the military are like shooting at it, and like Optimus just comes in and finishes it. And then later, well, a bit after that, Shockwave like shoots Optimus, and he gets tangled up in a bunch of cables. Yeah. And then 10 minutes later, he gets out of the cables, and he goes up to Shockwave, who is getting destroyed by a parachute and guns,
Oh.
and Optimus just like punches him to death.
Yeah. Ah. Interesting.
And like he doesn't like have a fight until the very end.
Right, with Sentinel. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. And like they kind of like set up a fight at the beginning with Shockwave, but they don't do anything because Shockwave runs away.
Uh-huh. Right. So rather than like fleshing out Shockwave in any meaningful capacity, it's just sort of like even like all the major fighting beats are like the fastest, laziest possible version of a fight, and only really focus on one fight to develop, which is the Sentinel one. Because even like the Megatron bit at the end, it's like, oh, you expect Optimus to fight Megatron one-handed. It's like, no, the man just solos him in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, he just throws an axe on his face.
And it just pulls his head off. It's like, Zilla had more dignity than this. Oh, lordy.
That was kind of a fight. I think that lasted a little longer than Megatron.
I mean, Zilla at least ran, jumped, and got his ass slammed into the Sydney Opera building.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And fucking I don't think there were even any like good Transformers fights. Like the Transformers don't really fight a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's one like in the middle of the movie with 3 Predator-looking Decepticons, and then there's one in the final battle where Bumblebee fights Soundwave for a few seconds, and then there's another at the very end where Optimus fights Sentinel, and that's it.
Yeah.
Most of the movie, like with the Transformers, like fighting, it's mostly the military fighting them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's like you expect the cool...
It's like...
Oh, go ahead.
It's like if in Godzilla 2014, if like a lot of the movie, they do... In that movie, they set up the fight, but it's like if with all the build-up to the fight, the Mutos got like really, really hurt by the military, and so Godzilla, instead of fighting them, he finishes them off.
Right, instead of actually having a proper fight with them.
Yeah.
Also, this is a Transformers stream now?
No, it isn't. Stop.
Hang on, I need to remove more Shia LaOof. Hang on.
Well, why would you remove him? Most of the movie is about him.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hang on, let me fix that. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Gio, don't you fall asleep. This is the Transformers War Committee.
No.
Gio, just add more Transformers to the KUCE.
I can't.
We got a first comment from James Webster. Hey, Earth Paragon, how's it going? And then Joshua Stripmatter's in the chat. It's like, hey, everyone, how are we all doing? I'd say we're doing all right. We're just chatting up Transformers and only just...
On the verge of passing out.
Oh yeah, this movie is like a combination of a few a few arcs in the show.
They just like looked at a couple episodes and say, okay, let's pattern our movie after these episodes, and only took like a minute out of each episode.
Yeah. So stupid.
That's
And
the,
I noticed that Sentinel looks like Alpha. This other Transformer, Alpha Trion.
it's sort of like the old man look.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah.
and he's red.
Oh, no kidding. Oh. Oh yeah, but yeah, oh Lord, that was fun. Okay, we got people in staff or staff, people in VC and people in chat, so we can now form
GVR is seething.
seething from tiredness. Oh my gosh, but yeah, good grief. But yeah, we will say hello everyone and welcome to this month's KWCC. I am your host KaijuX and I'm joined today by Ganyu, Godzilla Fan 8889, GVR, and Joe Mama. And today in our list of matches that we have to go over, which I'm pretty confident is just 4 KWCs and 1 KWCE, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a nice bit of KWC coverage to cover. That's not redundant at all. And in our first match of the session will be match 376: Behemoth, Batra, Mothra Legendary, and Gamera versus Godzilla Legendary versus Gauss. Written by Vincent Roger, who is unfortunately, aka our beloved Bacon, who is unfortunately not here right now.
He just sent me what he wants me to say about his match.
All right.
And the other 2 shin matches.
Sweet. Wait, other 2. There are 3 of them.
Oh, he said he hasn't read mine yet.
Rip.
Yeah, he said he's I haven't read GVR's match yet, but I will leave a full review on TK when I do. Started to read it, but then watch the Northman.
Gotcha. Yep, no, that's fair.
Ooh,
That's fair. Yeah, I think in this case, if it's cool, let's see. Okay, yeah. Ganyu at 889. You guys know what to do. In the meantime, we'll just do top to bottom this time around. GVR, what'd you think of it?
Well, first off, again, he says I did not read the match, so you can skip over reading my thoughts because no thoughts head empty.
Oof.
I've been there. Yeah, I did read the match though, and my thoughts on Bacon's Virus match. Well, first off, to say Virus, for those unaware, is a movie from 1980, which was distributed by Toho, or was it produced?
Distributed. Virus was
Distributed.
Yeah.
Yes, post-apocalyptic pandemic movie. I would recommend everyone watch it at least once because it's artistically a very great movie, but it's also a very intense movie. So, like I said, just once.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're a sucker for pain, multiple times like me.
Yeah.
It's also KaijuX's favorite movie.
It's one of my favorite movies for dang sure.
Yeah, no, I suppose I'll start off my review with the match by being this match runs into an issue where it's you need to have watched the movie to get the full context of this, and that's just sort of an issue with crossover fanfic in general, where it's it tends to be written in a way that you need to have already absorbed the source material to understand it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think that's an issue that'll crop up probably with the KWCE and the KWC itself is we start to add more stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right, because it's on one hand, you don't want to just do a rewrite or whatever of of the material that they come from. On the other, it is sort of if you know who these guys are, you'll be able to fully immerse yourself and enjoy it. And I think that's been probably one of the key things with the KWC in general is just it's here are all these monsters. Who are they? Check them out.
Yeah. There's a way to write a match to where it's you can still understand what's happening even without seeing the movie, but watching the movie will enrich your experience.
Mm-hmm. Right. Or, in the case of Virus in particular, it's watching the movie in particular, since this is more of a, because there is a book. Virus is based on a book, and, the movie is an adaptation of the book. So there, I can't remember too much like out of the like compare and contrast between the two at the moment, but it's like I just know that it's like this is more of a follow up to the movie, so you just need to see the movie.
Yeah. The KWC is now the MCU. You need to have done all the required viewing for every new installment. But yeah, no. Overall I enjoyed this match. I think that it captures the haunting atmosphere quite well, with like the post-apocalyptic nature and the way Monster vs. Godzilla is depicted. I enjoyed like the tension and plot of him basically being on the verge of dying due to the nuclear apocalypse. Yeah, I did see someone on the forums be like, I don't know if his explosion would like destroy the Earth, and like I don't think it would, but like 99% of life on the planet dead from a virus, and then a nuclear war. I think another nuclear explosion would not be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, the fighting was good too. My only real complaints are that like the Gauss and Gamera just kind of feel like shoehorned in.
Yeah.
It's like grander in scope. Yeah, I think Bacon also agrees with me on that. I'll read his thoughts when I'm done with giving my thoughts.
Of course.
Yeah, but no, like overall, I think it's a solid match. It has flaws, but I still think it works quite well. Banner is also awesome, by the way.
Hey.
Great job to Andrew on that.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, no, the banner was really fun to make.
Yeah, the banner's awesome.
I'll get into that in a little bit, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. I'll read Bacon's thoughts now. Okay, just quoting him here. Oh boy, yeah, I wrote this after I had watched Virus and during a small break from my series. I'd written the original Siege of Skull Island in the next match and needed a break from big matches, so I figured having a small match would help with writing, and it did. I don't dislike this match overall, but I have better writing. I was going to rewrite a lot of it, but after rewriting matches that are gigantic recently, yeah, I passed on that. The banner, however, is fucking amazing, top tier quality.
Hey, yeah, for sure. Joe, did you have like any additional thoughts in regards to the actual match? You know, I know you just said the banner's baller. Thank you. Hey.
Yeah, the banner's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I haven't read the match, and I haven't watched Virus.
It's alright.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, homie.
Watch Virus. This is a threat.
From Godzilla fan 8089, he says, so 376 is pretty cool. I love how it uses MV burning Godzilla as a threat like the Heisei version and bases its story around the movies, which I haven't watched. Plot. And it's pretty good action and teamwork as well, though there are some criticisms about this I agree with, like how there's some slight padding and stuff. Let's see. Let's see, I'm gonna read through the comments real quick before been sussy. Anyway, yeah. Strip Matter says, spoiler alert. So spoilers incoming. Rip legendary Godzilla. Got betrayed and gang brutalized by his buddies just to be jacked on steroids against his consent. Kaiju victim blaming in the flesh. And yeah, and he says KaijuX knocked it out of the ballpark as always with that banner. James Webster says, a really good match. The Gauss maybe could have been left out, but I can see why they were added. They provide some more action for some of the lesser kaiju in the battle. Honestly, it was great. And then Nathaniel Metzger, I apologize if I mispronounced that. A little late, but whatever. This match was a good one. The Gauss just feel tacked on. But other than that, great match. I love how Mothra was regretting attacking her king. Same with War Behemoth. Yeah, no, I think there are... in regards to my own thoughts of the match, I did have a lot more criticisms for it, and I think the fact that Bacon did acknowledge it's like, he had planned on rewriting it, but understandably with the ones that are under revisions right now, it's like I can understand that. So a lot of like my criticisms do like there's still some really good stuff in there, and I do agree that like the prerequisite of watching Virus for the full impact is kind of a big one. But it's still kind of like I feel like my stance of it has softened a bit compared to when I was initially reviewing it. I felt like really strangely kind of critical about it. But it was just like looking back at it, and I was like, yeah, no, it's still fine. I think because my brain may have like held it up to an extremely high standard, like the original book levels, or something. Because it was like I was kind of like prepared to fully immerse myself because that book is packed. Like, holy! Let me put it this way: the book is divided into 2 parts. The first part is 4 chapters. The second part is 3 chapters. But those chapters are long, freaking long. And then friggin' yeah, no, it was just packed. So I was kind of expecting more of that. But Bacon has a much like quicker, like much more direct to the point sort of writing style. Even if his older writing is clearly on the older side of things, his style is far more quick. So I think that kind of offset me when I started reading, like when I was reading the match. But I look back at it now and I'm like, you know what? I'm glad this is here. I'm glad this is up. And plus, you know, I also made a killer banner for it. So it's just like, heck yeah. There were definitely some parts I had to like beef up a little bit. You know, there were some parts I was like, how's that happening? Let's change that around a little bit. But other than that, though, we are like, yeah, no, this is still a solid Bacon match. But it's like, if you're expecting if you are one of those, like, that one reader who's read the original book, it's like, this is not going to be that. But this is still solid fiction from Bacon, and I think all around I think he did a good job. I just had to get my head out of my own bum. But yeah, no. Hey, we have Gray Shot in the chat. Hello.
Oh yes, greetings.
Yeah, no. Did you read like the recent matches?
Some more so. Some I skimmed. More I looked at. I will say I did read match 376.
Okay.
In regards to it, I thought it was good. I definitely see the criticism in regards to the virus portion. That part very much felt like like it was continued from another match, aka cut the movie directly. And yeah, a little bit of a backstory I think would have helped with that just a bit. But I think most people will mention that. Otherwise, the action is good, and I did enjoy the fact that it ended with Gamera coming out on top over Monsterverse again. So 300 continuation ?
You'll have to ask Nagoto about that one.
He just secretly stand into Bacon's head.
Oh yeah, pretty good. Oh yeah. But yeah, pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, trying to think. What's like, and hey, we actually got a comment on the Facebook section from Anthony Romero himself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he said, must say, very interesting angle working in MM88 from Virus. Kudos on a well done match, and I love the last line call back to the movie. It was like, hey, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll be going over like the survey results stuff, like, you know, just the I'll admit I haven't quite updated it, but not too many new votes have come in since like, you know, it recently-ish. I mean, there have been some, but not enough to sway. Not enough to sway. At least I don't think so. But I'll try and get those updated in a second. But yep. Do we have any more thoughts in regards to 376, or are we kind of good to
No,
go?
other than Godzilla Fan 889, what he typed out.
Oh, no, I did read that. I read that.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, just before I said my own thoughts. Yeah, no, I read this thing.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, I was like zoned out.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll probably hop off like after we're done talking about the matches themselves.
yeah. Okay. But yeah, we'll hop on over from 376 to the beginning of Shin Godzilla month with 377, Balksudan versus Godzilla Reiwa.
Yes.
Written by Joshua Stripmatter and banner from Matthew Williams. All right. So, whoopee! But yeah, let's see. We'll go from the top. Can you 889? You know what to do. Gray Shot. What you? Oh, right. You just said you just read 376, didn't you?
Oh no, I read. I did. I was able to look at most of these.
Okay.
Just more, some more. I like skimmed more so than others.
Okay.
377 was 377 and 378 were the two that I took a look at, but not the most detail.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can give my thoughts in regards to 377.
Okay.
I thought the fight was obvious. This is one very long fight between Mother Nature and the walking titan, the walking abomination that is Reiwa. This was the start to Reiwa month, right? Yeah.
This is the start. So.
Yeah, so I would say it was overall a good start. Stripmatter knows how to write action, and writing Balksudan is like this icon of Mother Nature. Throughout the fight, you were kind of rooting for him, I would say, like in regards to, at least compared to Shin. But overall, the when Shin finally takes the win, it pretty much sets the mood for the month. This is not going to be a Kong month.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have Shin Godzilla versus Showa King Kong.
Right. Or the monkey
No.
takes another L.
We should have had a Shin Godzilla versus King Kong Showa and had King Kong win.
That would have been funny. For Strip Matter, photos taken before disaster. But yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
but otherwise it's otherwise it was a long, brutal beatdown, and you definitely feel that in this match where both ends trying everything and it's nothing's working.
Yeah, my turn.
Yeah,
totally.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, yeah, just don't want to cut anyone off. Okay, yeah, no, I enjoyed this match. Thought it was very solid, nice little fight. Not a whole lot to go too in depth into because it's mostly just a fight, but it's a pretty good action. Very it uses both kaiju well. Like Balksudan's speed is captured very well, as the Shin Godzilla's like unstoppable power. Very well done. Kills quite brutal, and the band is really good. Nagoda did a real good job with this one.
Matthew Williams, Soul Godzilla.
Yeah, so yes.
It's so good that GVR forgot who made it.
Oh, you banner makers blend together. No, I'm kidding. No, this one's real good. And yeah, the banner looks great. Love the blur on Balksudan. Okay. Yeah, and let me read Bacon's thoughts on this real quick, since, like I said earlier, he DM'd me his thoughts.
Yep.
Okay, according to him, Balksudan got fucking crippled, and I thought of the gifted Ditto post of Zingus.
Yes.
The match was pretty fun. I like the action, and the band was neat. Cool kill, and I like the blue Shin had while absorbing radiation.
Freaking Zingus. It was so perfect. Holy moly. But
Because you can't post GIFs, can you?
I'm not 100% sure. Hang on, let me.
Dang.
Let me.
You can't have a GIF on the stream.
Hang on, I'm gonna see. I've actually never tried that before, so.
Okay.
So yeah, give me just because I know before in the editing thing, like the old like in the old editing thing, like I know it used to like take a super long time, but I think since this is live, it might be different. I'm not
Okay.
not 100% sure on that, but we're about to try that in 3, 2, 1.
KaijuX's computer is gonna explode.
Holy crap, it works! We can
It
actually.
worked.
Yay! This is the meme Ditto shared, and it's glorious!
We got Zinkus.
The boxer fan in the match be like. His name is. Alright. Oh, live streaming just became so much better. Oh.
The KWCC has received an upgrade.
Yeah. A smooth
More
transition.
like a rough grade.
Holy moly. Oh, yeah, that was the meme. Oh, Lordy. I always. Oh, that gift's so good. Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, you gave Bacon's thoughts. Oh, Lordy. Joe, did you have any thoughts on it? Or.
I haven't read the match, but I like how the banner looks like Shin is saying, "Whose dog is this?"
Oh. Oh. Hey, Toku Society, I see you there. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lordy. Oh. But yeah, for you to. Let's see who. Okay, yeah, I'll read 88. Again, you at 889. Basically, the comments first. This one was pretty good. I like the characterization of both monsters, especially Shin, and how their abilities bounce off of each other. The ending was pretty brutal. Banner's also cool. Thank you, man. Ganyu says, great match. Very good action throughout, and hashtag Shin Godzilla sweep. Yeah. Zingus, more like Dingus, Fortnite Dingus. Hello, to Michael Jackson Hom. Hello. Okay. But yeah. Let's see. Nathaniel says, incoming spoilers, talk about a brutal ending. Love the way Shin Godzilla evolved into immediately bulked and lightning, a la SCP-68-2. Love the detail of Shin arcing his tail for some reason. Earth Paragon says, it's nice to see a trading card monster fight. Very long fight. Sort of plays up to the adage of unstoppable force versus immovable object, which Shin is always going to be that immovable object. Hey, I imagine a lot of fights this month will play up that immovable object for Shin. We'll see about that. Rip Maguma didn't get the notification. Decided to send it to me 35 minutes late. Yep. Yeah, then DeMichael Jackson says, hello, and I really love this match. Feels like a warring clash between mythical gods. And yeah, I'd say Strip Matter definitely pulled a nice strong opener for this one. It's a nice start to the month. I really enjoy Matthew Williams' banner. There's a nice certain atmosphere for it, and the speeds a bulk stance conveyed well, I'd say. And then likewise too, it's just the match itself is nice and it's a nice long brutal fight with I think this match just does a really solid match job. There's nothing that's super crazy in terms of highlights, but it's also it's a very solid, well-rounded match that you kind of get your bang for your buck kind of thing. So it's I think Strip Matter just did a really good job with this one for what is essentially a very simple premise.
The first two matches of Shin Month are basics, fundamentals, or the third one and the fourth one, which is not out yet, are more off the wall.
Yeah. We'll be seeing that when we we'll be seeing those when we get to them. Both 379 when we get to it, and then 380 when that comes out. So
yes.
But yeah. Maguma says, "Oh yeah, this match was good. The two monsters bounce off each other well, and has got that old god versus new god feel to it, which is no, I could see that very, very easily see that."
Yeah, I know this was one I requested on the forums, and Shin Gojira took it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's another little tidbit. An actual request match. What is this?
The request actually being made. Wow.
And actually being posted. What is this? Oh Lord, that is funny. But yeah, no, just great banner and great match. What can I say? But yeah, did we have any additional thoughts in regards to 377, or do we want to go on to 378?
We can move on.
All right. Next up in our lineup is another Joshua Strip Matter match with Godzilla Reiwa versus Muto. But the banner this time under the helm of Landon Soto, a la our Ultimate Ditto. So, all right, I think everyone knows the order of things here. So, like, firstly, great shot. I know you said that was like you kind of semi-skimmed it. Is this one enough to give
this one? I thought this one I found better than the previous Strip Matter match. This one had a good opening in regards to the Mutos having much more build-up in regards to the characters. So when Shin finally appears, you're on the side of the Mutos, like, oh, this is their territory. They're coming in, and the fight for the most part doesn't make use of the atomic ray, which was kind of nice. I mean, Muto's dampened, so it's mostly told from their perspective, but the dampening definitely helped. Though poor Male getting obliterated, moth to the flame. But yeah, no. I would say that this match in particular had a better flow. At least I found had a better flow than the previous one. Good setup with the Mutos. When they start getting picked off one by one, well, I guess male than female. I don't know. I was kind of rooting for them because it's like, against Shin, they are the underdogs in a way. But overall, I thought the action was good. Yeah, not too much here. There's nice, other than that little build up in the end and the obliteration of the male and. I guess the creative use of using the fire from Reiwa to end the female, there's nothing too crazy here. So yeah, probably my favorite of the two Strip Matter matches, and a really good match regardless. Oh, and the banners. I didn't mention the banners. This one I also like a lot. So this one I like a little bit more just because the action shot with that male Muto is such a pain. If anyone has used him, anyone's used the trying to get the males, it's such a pain to get him in the banner. And this one was actually well done in regards to the use.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's my thoughts.
All right. GBR, what'd you think of it?
I enjoyed this one. I don't know which one I prefer between this and the Balkadan one. But I think they're both pretty solid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I enjoyed the characterization of the Mutos here. It was very well done. I always enjoyed the Mutos getting a bit more characterization than just simple parasites. Because they get hints of that in the movie, which is like them having more of a mind than just basic.
Right, basic reproduction means it's just like, oh yeah, no, they care for each other. They weep. They have emotion. Yeah. Real human emotion that 2014 Godzilla just kind of like, yeet.
Yeah, well, it's like, just because they have emotion doesn't mean they're not a big threat to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, very solid match. Shin, once again, used very well. I think this played up the difference between him and 2014 Godzilla rather well, which is like how the Mutos are used to fighting like a big, bulky foe that sparingly uses a beam as opposed to like beam spam disco rave.
Right.
And yeah, the banner is excellent. I always love when banners can get like physical action happening, and Shin just biting down is done really well.
Yeah, no, agreed. Did Bacon have anything to say about this match?
Oh yeah, I forgot he existed. No, I'm kidding. The banner's pretty cool. I like the environment in this match as well as the action. Cool kills.
All right.
And that will be the last of Bacon for this episode, just because like he didn't read anything else.
Damn. I can't believe he watched the Northman over 379. I can't believe
How
it.
dare he? How dare he?
How dare he be based?
But yeah, Joe, what'd you think of it?
I haven't read the match, but the banner is really cool. I love the setting, and I love seeing Shin bite the Muto. It's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Good job, Dito.
Hey. Before I give my comments, let me read the comments that we have. From Godzilla Fan 8889. This one was a pretty good tooth and claw match, especially involving a monster with initially short arms. With good characterization for all monsters as well. The ending was pretty brutal, too. Ganyu says, one of these days, Kaiju Romance is going to win the day. All things aside, the match was great. Real good tooth claw action until Shin basically went, it's shitting time, and shinned all over the Mudos. Oh, Lord. And apparently, from the chat, Strip Matter says the second match he ever wrote. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I remember him saying that on the forums.
Mm-hmm. So, Dumb Michael Jackson says, another great match from Joshua, and I love how the Mudos are even unnerved by the appearance of Shin. Heck yeah. Maguma says, this one is solid. I will say, though, it's nice to see Shin finally move out of Japan when it comes to a KWC, Lamau. Yeah, no, agreed. Because it's one of those things like setting it in Columbia River Gorge. There it is. I was like, what is it?
Motion matches.
he has stopped working.
Yeah, motion matches just have him like in Tokyo, like after the movie happened.
Oh, right. Because it's like, it's the simplest way. It's like, oh, the movie happened, and now this. Yeah. Right. But yeah, no, it's just nice to have him. It's like, here he is in Canada. What is he doing there? Screw you. That's what.
He's there for the maple syrup.
Yeah. Strip Matter says, I couldn't have imagined a better banner. Landon killed it with this one. Heck yeah. Maguma also additionally adds on, it also kind of looks like Shin's tail ray punched the male Muto in the jaw and then kept firing.
Yeah, that's an underappreciated aspect of the banner, just like the sense of like depth. Like Rachel pointed out, like the male Muto, that's kind of hard to get in a banner, and like it's done real well here of like the Muto like falling back in the distance.
Yeah, you really get the sense that like the Muto's kind of like diving down to avoid the tail beam. It's like, yeah, right? It's like there's a real sense of movement there that gives it more like dynamic movement, more life. So it helps. It helps a lot. So
yeah, I love banners that just look like a screenshot of the fight.
Agreed. Fully agreed. Strip Matter also adds, the Mutos had a better love story than Twilight with just a few minutes of screen time. That's entirely true. I won't deny that. Nathaniel says, this was a nice match. The teamwork of the Muto pair was great as always, and yet another kaiju gets reduced as shredded cheese by the back beams was nice, and I love the Muto's personalities. Beautiful banner, BTW. Heck yeah. And then James Webster says, good match, nice descriptions and language that was used to convey monster powers, the violence, and action. Nice to see the Mutos fleshed out a bit. Glad that Shin's evolution was not over the top. But yeah, for sure. Like, this one was definitely on the tamer front. And I do kind of like the fact that it's like the match kind of focuses Shin as mostly a physical fighter. I think it's a good mix-up when you compare to what you kind of expect out of him. So it's like, oh yeah, the fact that he goes most of the fight without the beam is kind of a refreshing change of pace.
Yes.
Then Strip Matter adds, Shin straight up mauling the female Muto was a reference to how Showa Godzilla took out 55 Angiers in Raids Again.
Ah.
So, hey, nice. But yeah, all around though, this is a very solid match. And for my own thoughts too, I really do kind of like this one. Maybe just a little more than the first one, because again, it is sort of like you kind of ease into the setting. I enjoy that memorable part with the elk. But even like it sort of like jokes or sarcasm aside, it's like, yeah, no, I enjoyed the opening, how kind of like, you get a build of the environment, and then you get the Mutos and what they're doing, and then along comes Godzilla to kind of wreck everything. But yeah, all around though, it's like I think this is still a really solid match with a nice bit of physical action from Godzilla, and I think it does that really well. And then once the beams start coming out, it's like, oh, that's the end of them. That is the end of them. It's like then you realize it's like, crap, they are not good. Yeah, no. Yeah, and all the build-up too is really well handled in this match. So it's like it's hard to like. Yeah, no, I think all of it was really like, even though you want the Mutos to win, it's like, oh yeah, no, Godzilla wins by the end of it, and it's still there's sort of a interesting sombering feel to it as well. It's like, it's not just purely like good evil kind of thing. It's just kind of like there's just two sets of creatures just fighting it out, and yeah, and it's like one set's looking to reproduce, the other set's looking for some kind of peace, and then it's just sort of like it just keeps going forward. So every Shin month match will be viewed a Shinillion times. Shinillion times, thank you. Indeed. But yeah, it's like, yeah, no, I didn't have like anything too crazy to say, but I just really like the atmosphere to this one. Very nice, like, kind of atmosphere going. And again, the change of pace from Tokyo to just anywhere else is just, much appreciated. Very much appreciated. So, but yeah, did we have any additional thoughts in regards to 378, or are we kind of good to go on that?
No, that should be it.
All right. Then yeah, let's migrate from that to the last TWC that we have on hand, at least the one that's been released as of now. Match 379, Godzilla Heisei versus Godzilla Reiwa. Written by Matthew Fries, and the banner by Dao Zhang Mua, who will not be mistaken as Matthew Williams.
Yeah, as expected. Come back to me at the very end.
All right.
So I can get my all of that. And go shot this, like, skip him. He'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Yep. Gotcha. All right. Joe, what did you think of it? At the very least, obviously, if you didn't read the match, that's more than fine, but what do you think of the banner?
The banner is awesome. Nagoda did this, right?
Yes.
Okay. He did such a good job with it. It looks so cool. I love seeing the beam effects and all of the fire, and it looks really, really awesome. I think it might be my favorite banner of the Shin month.
Aww.
This month.
This month.
But yeah. I'll read through a chat first thing. Let's see. Right. So match 379, the one I've been waiting for since I first read the teaser trailer KWC trailer form. It did not disappoint. Stellar stuff, GBR, and Nagoda killed it with that banner. So that's what Strip Matter had to say. And Maguma also tops it off with, well, first off, Nagoda makes a beautiful banner as always, literally all that we need. But yeah, I guess I guess for now, like, until more comments gonna come in, I will give my thoughts since GVR will request it to go last. Oh man, this one was a holy moly!
Great shot's back.
Oh, great shot's back. All right, great shot. Can you give your thoughts on 379?
I will give my thoughts.
He just read the whole thing in 5 seconds. Anyway.
No, I did not. I actually wanted to see how far I had got into this because I have not finished this yet. I mean, I've looked at the ending. I know who wins, but like I've only gotten like I want to say to like the Super X. Mainly because so far like the beginning of this match had me so hooked, and everything was going well with the backstory into Hesai and everything. My main problem with it is well, Mickey is used, and while other characters are used, they are just thrown in. Like they're just. It feels like there's no cutaway to the characters, if that makes any sense. I think a better job was done with Red King versus the GTS monsters, where you had the breakup between the monsters and the human characters, and you went back and forth. So you got like a good idea of both sides. Here, the humans are very much involved, and my problem is I keep going like, who's saying what's good? Like I keep going, where's going, what's going on? Where are we? Like, so yeah. It's good. It's well written. It's my main problem is just the spottiness. I wish we would have focused on, because the beginning again, it's so good because you set it up with it's just focusing on Godzilla. It's like again you have that, and then Mickey comes in. It's like, okay, you're watching Godzilla, and then things start spiraling as Shin starts awakening, and I honestly lost my place. So I was going to finish it. I'll let you know my final thoughts, but. That would be my one critique. It's not the biggest one, but it is one that has held me back because I checked the writing. I'm like, how long is this match? Because I've come back to it a few times.
It's a long one.
Yeah, it's 17,000 words.
Yeah, I was about to say 17K. Yeah. So, all right. But yeah, did you have any additional thoughts, Ben? Or?
Oh, about the banner. Yeah, totally. The banner by far is amazing. Like, Nagota knocked it out of the freaking park with this banner. Like, it's so detailed. The beam clash is great, except, Shin having the upper hand because of the tail beam. The effects, the fire, Nagota has taken Jackson Morris's spot for Black Magic because this looks dang good.
Aww. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, and I would say it also in regards to my comments on the match. It's like, yeah, I still really, really enjoyed it. It's like I think Grayshot may have nailed the one critique I had, and I couldn't like put it on my tongue for the longest time. It's like, I really enjoyed the match. It's well written. There was just something. There was an off factor to it that I couldn't quite pin down. I was like, what was it? And I guess it is just ultimately sort of like I just like some of the pacing parts I feel like could have been rearranged differently, maybe. But yeah, I feel, or at least Grayshot's thoughts are probably the closest thing to that sounds about right. Even if it's not 100% like what I kind of the issue I have with it, this is still a really good match. Looks like you got a great setup. You definitely have a really strong setup with kind of bringing back the Heisei crew and sort of starting off with this new and unusual beast. It is just like a it is a really well played and rounded match. It just gets a little maybe just a little scattered in regards to its humans. I feel it's just that was about not so much in terms of characterization. I think it's just sort of what they do or the information that's presented, something like that. But it's sort of other than that though, it's just this was just all around just freaking killer freaking match. I would probably even say that oh lordy, I think shoot. Yeah, definitely that whole fight was great as well. It's, and how things kind of become more pressing when Shin starts adapting to Godzilla's capabilities and whatnot. Ooh, shoot. Yeah. But yeah, no, just all around bangers. All around really banger match though. Great day. I'll definitely probably try and give this one a reread. Because I know you might have some more additional information in regards to this match as well. And I also say I really enjoyed Nagoto's banner, like the composition of like Godzilla, like the Godzilla's like beam locking, tail beam. It's like there's a lot of action going on. I know there was a previous version of Nagoto's where it didn't have the smoke effect around the rim, and I think the smoke effect does help kind of focus. Because before it was just a whole bunch of extra empty space that would have, I felt like would have been detrimental. So it's like the one with the smoke kind of helps focus. It kind of gives you much more of a focusing in on the crazy chaos going on. So heck yeah. But yeah, no, like just stellar stuff all around. Love all the, especially like the beam clashing effect. How it's like you got the like the sparks from the impact point. It's like, oh, that is awesome. Fantastic. What the? Oh my goodness. Oh lordy. What's all? Oh lordy. But yeah, no. Oh my, yeah, I need to share this right away. But yeah, but first, from 88-89, this one was awesome. I liked how it tied the Shin Godzilla story into the Heisei era, and the use of malicious Shin instead of the usual more sympathetic one. Characterization was great, and the human element was cool. I like how grotesque Shin's mutations here are. Only gripes are the transitions between perspectives. I feel like while the unique take of Shin was nice, him evil laughing was a little too on the nose, if that's how you want to say it. Other than that,
I forgot to put that. I forgot I had that.
other than that, phenomenal.
Is that a demon?
This was
It's me cringing into my own chest.
You sound like a paranormal activity demon.
and that we have proof demons actually exist. Oh Lord. Again, you said
Demons exist and they love the QCC.
Oh lordy. What the noodles? Oh.
Oh yeah, just use it online. Was just curious.
Okay. This was some seriously good stuff from Ganyu. Characterization was some top-notch stuff, great action, very good match in almost all respects. Parts of the story felt a bit off, but aside from that, everything was great. Hashtag Shin Godzilla Swoop. Hang on a second. Let me get this wonderful freak. Oh my goodness. Hang on, here it is. The Shin Sweep. Here it is, the hashtag Shin Sweep. Oh lordy. Alright, now I'm gonna read the comments again from where we left off. Nathaniel says this match, Chef's Kiss, was so good. I adore Heisei Godzilla's personality as a grown-up junior. Him unlocking the red spiral ray from pure rage was amazing. Shin's final thoughts were perfect. Him protecting those close to him was great. Nice to see his adopted mom come back. The banner was wonderful, and the beam lock is great. Nagoto knocked out of the ballpark with this one. That's what Nathaniel says. And then Baguma continues with, second off, the match itself, it's excellent. Junior finally growing up and taking the throne from his dad is a sight to see. And I do like a match that does give Shiv a more villainy air. Strip Matter says, like to Nathaniel, I totally forgot to mention that it was great to see Azusa return to see Junior all grown up. That idea was ingenious, GBR. So.
Yes, I will discuss that briefly.
Right. So.
Yeah. It's my turn to speak now.
Yeah. I think I'll come. Oh wait.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me read Noodles. Yeah. An incredibly fun from Morbi Noodles 2022. An incredibly fun match that plays up how the escalating power of Shin and how horrifying it is to go against, counterplayed by the wonderful new versus old god through line. Hell yeah.
Well, no, he was talking about Bugsman versus Godzilla Reiwa, but he's just like giving his thoughts on everything.
Oh gosh, okay,
Yeah.
Wrong match.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah, he's
wait.
giving his thoughts on it. He's giving his thoughts on everything.
Okay. And then in the meantime, GVR, give your thoughts on 379.
Yes. All right. 379. Godzilla Heisei versus Godzilla Reiwa. I'll let you read Noodles and stuff after I'm done talking.
Oh, all right.
I'll make my son wait.
All right. Okay, so yeah, that comment from Noodles was not in regards to this match. It was regards from 377. So just to contextualize that, because I'm a monkey. I just saw TohoKingdom.com/blog KDBC match 370. Okay, 370. It's the most recent one.
Yeah. I am proud of this match. Heisei versus Reiwa.
Hell
I think I
yeah.
did a good job with everything. But yes, I will agree with the two criticisms of the lack of real like scene transitions, like hardline, like asterisks or dashes to separate perspectives, and the issue of like human characters just kind of like being thrown in. Yeah, I'll take the L on that. Something I need to work on.
Something to account for, and maybe even something I should have caught. Oh well.
Well, I mean, what were you gonna? Well, okay, the scene transitions. You should have done something.
Yeah. That. Yeah, I was like, it's like, should I add the asterisks or should I keep it to like its original? Keep it to like the original.
No, this is not a stylistic choice. It's just me being an idiot.
And in 100 years' time, people will call it art.
But yeah, no. Wrote this one. Okay. The major inspiration for this match was the scrapped draft Godzilla versus Super Nuked Godzilla.
Oh.
That is a draft that has had that has drawn a particular interest from me for the longest time. Like, I know it's a very simple one and probably one that a lot of people just write off, but to me, it's just such like an interesting concept and idea. To pit Heisei against like an even more mutated Godzilla.
Oh my gosh, I never registered that before. My brain never let me unlock the power of why. I must have scrubbed Super Nuked Godzilla from my brain or something. I was like, what? I didn't think. I was like, Heisei, how does Shin connect to this? Oh!
Yeah, that's why I like connect him to Heisei Godzilla's origins.
Right.
Because it's just like he mutates by eating chunks of Heisei's flesh that got blown off by Batcher.
Yeah. Right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Before GBR say anything, hashtag Shin Sweep. Hashtag Millie Shin Dollar Box Office. Hashtag Shinning Time. Hashtag Shinematic Event of the Year. I have now said it.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Yeah. Another big source of inspiration for this match was that I had recently gone through the Heisei series again. I watched the Heisei Godzilla movies recently at the time I started writing this, and I still greatly enjoyed them, but I also found myself being like, I want to write a match with these characters like properly fleshed out, and not something that's like rushed along. Because I love the '90s Godzilla movies, except Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. But the issue they all have is that like they're very rushed.
Right. It like does like. Okay, yeah, I could see that. And like bringing those characters back to flesh them out more is a great approach, especially for a series. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Azusa especially, like, I remember after watching Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 being like, hey, why was she not in Godzilla vs. Destroya?
Or Space
That's
Godzilla.
Yeah. Well, versus Destroya more so, because Space Godzilla is like filler.
Yeah, true.
But yeah. I wanted to definitely depict Shin as like this monstrous, not so much evil thing, but like sort of a picture this as like the mirror of Shin and Mothra Leo versus Grand King Ghidorah. Like, whereas that match is Shin being pulled out of the darkness by a ally, this is him getting thrown even further into it by arriving in a world where the military is already just ready to fire.
Right. Hmm.
So that's why he's worse than he is in the movie, because in the movie, they leave the second and third form alone.
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, here, they almost kill the second form.
Mm-hmm. Super Dupes Godzilla. Oh my gosh, it all connects now.
There's kind of some similarities between Shin and the concept art for Super Nukes Godzilla.
Yes, no, now it's all just like my brain freaking expanded when you said that. I was like, Super Nuked Godzilla, of course! I'm supposed to be the giant encyclopedic nerd here. Why did I make that connection? Oh, lordy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Originally, the military scene had masers and stuff in it, but I remember I didn't ask this, but it was brought up on the server like, hey, what do you guys think would have happened if the military had actually fired on second form Shin? And everyone was like, oh, he would have gotten splattered.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I just very quickly went into this match with remove the maser tanks, just make it just regular tanks.
Oh, right, something simpler. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of anything else to say. Oh yeah, the idea of the nuclear reactors being built on Godzilla's island to raise up and feed him. That was inspired by, I don't want to say took from, but that was inspired by old fanfic, Godzilla fanfic from CL Werner on KaijuFile.com.
Jeez.
I just gave KaijuX the Ratatouille food critic. Yeah, I forgot which one specifically. There was a whole series. It's one that old Bagan fanfic is from, KaijuX or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that fanfic series has nuclear reactors built on Godzilla's turf to raise up and feed him. And I was like, that's a great idea. That's what they would probably do in this case. So,
Oh, that's cool. Hey.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a fake and a fraud. No, I'm kidding. It's called inspiration.
Yes, you're allowed to take inspiration and do something with it.
I mean, Tom straight up stole some stuff from the Kamajutsu fic with Bagan's Black Heart.
Oh yeah, and there was one line in particular that was the list up of monsters. I remember that from that fic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no. This is the start of a series. In case it wasn't obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't know how long it'll take for the rest of the series to start coming out. Been having the motivation machine broke.
You're just gonna have to call the motivation repairman on that one.
Yeah, a lot of people picked up that there was probably going to be more from both Finn's tail getting blasted off and slithering away, and the fact of ending with a tease towards Super Godzilla.
Right. Oh wow, they caught that one real quick. Anyway. But yeah. Oh,
also, I'm done talking about the match, but just real quick, Nagoda knocked it out of the park with the banner.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember he was gonna try and do a animated GIF version of it with the beam flash moving back and forth.
Oh, that would have been wild, but ooh,
it just wouldn't work. It just
Nagoda's computer was nah, nope.
Yeah,
nope. 2022.
So every time we tried to render it, it was just blown out, light.
The computer was take me to see nope.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that'll about do it for the match. I understand the criticisms for it. They are valid. I will keep those in mind.
Yeah. But yeah, let me read a couple extra comments that have sprouted up since you started talking. Hold up a minute. Shin Sweep didn't rank more $1 billion. That's kind of sussy, NGL. But yeah, Maguma says, that actually makes some sense. Shin pretty much is what Super Duke Godzilla was meant to be. In a lot of ways, yeah. And then Strip Matter goes on to say, that is an awesome concept, using Shin as a means of reviving scrap concept. Also, it makes Bachelor's entire purpose terrifyingly more ironic. He was created. He was created as a guardian to safeguard Earth, only for one of his actions to end up creating potentially the greatest threat he has ever seen.
Yep.
And then in regards of durability, sort of like, considering he never got shot in second, third forms, I think we should, right, military durability, however he won his matches. For all we know, lasers might be the only thing that could hurt him or something.
I don't know.
Right, we just don't know for sure. So it's like I can understand there's some leeway, but I think at least from the way he's kind of animated, more so in second form, I'd say he's pretty soft. He's soft, he's squishy. Third form could have more resilience to it, but yeah, that second form's pretty squish.
He's soft, he's squishy, you can hug him.
Yes.
Don't hug him, you will get radiation poisoning.
Just watch me fucking try.
But yeah, right. And then Maguma also says, this has nothing to do with the match, just brought it up because we're kind of talking about scrap films now. But since Godzilla vs. Cthulhu was discovered to be a legit scrap Godzilla movie, we could legitimately add Cthulhu key to see if more about the script comes out and we learn what the powers he was meant to use, which I don't think we have. That just go live? Oh, no. But yeah, okay, that must have been something on the forums, I guess. But friggin'. Yeah, no, it's just like, it's like only if we have enough information to work with when it comes to that monster. That's just kind of the thing. It's like, do we have enough information in regards to this monster to use it? Like,
then we need a source on that.
Yeah.
He is in the KWCE. 8889 is right.
Yes, he is in the KWCE. So yeah, it's like if you just want to provide that concept, KWCE, right. But yeah, Shin Morbius. Anyway.
Yeah, and for those worried about like how are you going to continue the series with like Shin being retired, don't worry.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah. Don't fret about it. We're good.
Plans, I have them.
But yeah. Oh boy, that was a hefty one. Did we have any other thoughts in regards to 379, or was that kind of roughly it on that front?
Yeah, that should be everything.
All right. And yeah, I think for coming up, well, okay, that's pretty much it for the KWC front. Like the KWC front, we will be going over some of the results stuff. I'll be probably going over, or maybe we should save that for next month once everything's said and done.
I think just save it for next month. There's nothing too huge to really like announce anyway with the survey.
Right.
Like just the multimedia exclusive.
Right. It's just like, nothing too crazy to announce right now, other than the fact that it's like the survey is live. You can just go vote, and there's a little reminder posted just today. So it's like, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Whatever. Today, yesterday, tomorrow. Something like that.
Give us your opinions.
Yes. The more, the better. Just go to TohoKingdom.com. It's pretty much just right there. Click the link. Click the unsuspicious link. That'll take you to the unsuspicious page. And make sure you make your vote in before July 29th, 10 p.m. EST. So just make sure you have your vote in by then, and we'll be good. After that, though, results will be going up. Results will be going up August 1st. So
what's up, Joe?
So yeah, we'll hold off on the stats results stuff for then, because it's like, checked recently. We did get a couple votes in today, thanks to the reminder. So it's like, okay, sweet. So it's like, there are a couple of stragglers coming along. That aside, GVR, I will pass off the the presentation to you with our next match in the lineup, which I'll be switching to now.
Yes, KWCE. Only 1 month. Only 1 month this match. Yes.
Yes.
Those are words.
Those are words.
Yeah. Only one match this month. Match 88. Okay, you already posted the link. King Caesar Showa and Gukuru Shiza from Ultraman Geed versus Beigan 1990. I know KaijuX did read this one,
Yes.
so we'll have some actual discussion on this.
Yes,
So
hooray!
Ganyu and 8889, that would be your thoughts. I'll go ahead and start us off with this. I really enjoyed this match. Loved the mythical, folkloric feel to it. Very grand sense of scale and atmosphere to it. Loved the menace given to Beigan. And the sense of heroism given to the two Caesars. Yeah. Gukuru Shiza, for those who don't know, is from the Ultraman Geed movie. He's pretty much just like a big reference to King Caesar.
Oh, no kidding. Oh. Huh.
Like saying like Okinawan statue guardian deity.
No kidding. Okay. For whatever reason, I didn't know he was from Ultraman. I thought he was just from something else.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, big reference to King Caesar because he's a Okinawan lion statue deity guardian who fights robots who are from space.
Cheeky. Very cheeky.
Yeah. Yeah, no, very good stuff. I did see someone being like, I didn't know Beigan could absorb souls,
Oh,
and I don't think that's a thing in any of the scripts, but I didn't mind having that there. I didn't mind keeping that,
right.
just because it doesn't affect the match, it doesn't affect the fight.
Yeah. It's just a detail. It's just a small detail to make Baggin more of a threat in a way.
Yeah, if it was he eats a bunch of souls and then powers up or heals, I would have had an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just like flavor text, basically. Yeah, no, good stuff. Good stuff from more. I'll go ahead and read Ganyu and 8889's thoughts real quick.
All right.
Ganyu says, Beigan got jumped and died, got him.
Yeah.
Noodle says, I haven't read this one, but it's a more match, so it slaps.
Automatic praise without actually reading it.
889 says his review is that this is a myth that should be taught in schools more often.
Yeah. Gray Shark did not read.
I figured. That's why I just sort of skipped him over.
Yeah.
It says this was epic. I like how the whole story was presented and the characterization of the monsters. I especially like seeing 1990 Beigan in action. Ending was pretty neat too. King Caesar Kong after having his aneurysm be like. And Gray Shot says, I accept this.
Oh,
Yeah. KaijuX, go ahead. Because I assume Joe didn't read this.
that gas was, you assumed right. That's what that meant. Oh, but yeah, I really enjoyed the match. The starting of it is sort of there's a weird parable sort of element to it. Oh, I seem weird, but it's there's a parable element to it that makes it kind of get you into sort of back in the land of the lost and the ancient folklore legends, and it's just it really does feel like myth and folk tale kind of thing. I really love sort of King, especially kind of don't get me wrong, Guru Kushisa's great, but I think I weirdly kind of preferred the battle between Baggin and King Caesar, that first confrontation. I thought was really well handled. It was just it was it's a nice dynamic match with sort of a downturn until Guru Kushisa comes up. Even the part where Guru Kushisa sort of revives King Caesar was ooh, that's really cool.
Yes.
So it's just it's really really well handled battle between them. And particularly, too, I think Baggin's characterization's really on point. I love how it's he enjoys the suffering of others, but then when he starts suffering, it's he gets off to it. It's ooh, that's kind of it's morbid in a really cool and interesting way. It was just like, hell yeah. And yeah, no, it's like reading this one was such a delight because it is like kind of different from what we get with the other Baggin. Sort of like just the matter of how he's presented with like the like the arm mounted wings, the horn beam, the invisible finger thing. It was like, hey, like that's just legit awesome. Yeah, no, this was just like super well handled between the two, and just like, yeah, no, really good fight up till the end, and just sort of asking the question. I love the last line too. Only the dead know the truth. They're like, oh shit, oh, this is so good. Yeah, no, Birdman really did like a great job with this one. Fantastic, freaking great. Oh man. So yeah, no, really good job on just the KWCE front. That was a super quality match right there. Good shit. And I'll read the comments on the chat. Maguma says this match felt like something straight out of folklore. Great job to Moore/Birdman for getting the mythology feel right down to the T. Baggett sadism is downright horrifying. Nathaniel says, great match, had a great mythical theme to it, and Baggin was a force to be reckoned with. Nice to the two team up as well as the ending. Nice to see Grookru return, and I really enjoyed the ending. Gave me vibes of a storybook. And once again, Baggin gets shanked with his own horn, only this time it does him in. James Webster says, good long match. Nice to see Caesar get a win. The Baggin Eating Souls reminds me of C.L. Weiner's version that was in 300 plus page Guts All fan fiction back in the early 2000s. And then DeMichael Jackson.
I read that whole thing in one session.
Holy moly, jeez Louise! All the time of the world back then.
Not when it came out. I think it came out before I was born. I'm talking like 2016 or 17 probably when I read it.
Okay. I was about to say. DeMichael Jackson says, love this match. Feels like a mythical story that someone probably told others to teach a lesson about never giving up on hope. And it's like, yeah, no, that's a super on point way to put it. I know, Birdman really did knock it out of the park on this one. Yeah. So, oh man. But yeah, for you just really good KWCE. Y'all did a good one. I actually had time to read it. Hooray!
Mm-hmm. Random question: could 1990 Bagan theoretically kill a kaiju with finger guns?
Yes. Yes, he could. But yeah. Wow. I for whatever reason, I thought all this was going to take a lot longer, but I guess when you do hold a higher, Glad, and James Webster says, glad I'm not the only one that has not read it. CL writes professionally now for the Warhammer novels. It's like, oh,
ooh,
no kidding. Oh, glad to see the man's kind of taking off. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good fanfic. It was great.
Okay, sweet. But yeah. Dig bless you. I close out the tab and the thing I immediately see is Zingus. Dig bless you. But yeah. No. Survey results we will show off next month, next KWCC, just to make sure that everything that we have all the results tallied and whatnot. I don't see too much of a point showing what's basically going to be a work in progress that could just be early spoilers at worst. So yeah, we'll save that for next month. I think that'd be for the better. And then we'll just just make sure all the stragglers get their chance to shine too. Plus, I also do not have the actual stats prepared to show on the screen, so it's just okay. You know how that goes. But yeah. All around though. Trying to think, was there anything else? Well, okay. Shin Godzilla does have one more match, as we have mentioned. Match 380 is the last Shin Godzilla match for the month, and that will be coming out on July 29th. So it's so we're pretty much kind of like good to go on that front right there, and we'll look forward to that when it comes out. So.
Yes, it's an interesting one.
So, yeah. But yeah, I think that aside though, GVR, was there anything specific that we had to announce, like, at the moment?
No, not really.
All right.
Like I said, even if we were going over the survey results, like, there wouldn't really be any big announcements.
Right. Yeah, probably, like, this is a case of, the Shin Godzilla match will be the 29th, and then the results will be on August 1st. So once we get all that rolled in, we'll be able to, once all that's kind of like rolled in a nice, neat basket, we'll be able to, go over it, go in depth about it, and just say, it's like, hey, here are the results, here's what's going on, here's how we're doing it, basically.
Oh, is the Singular Point novel already out?
Which one?
The Singular Point novel.
I think so. That's what I've heard. Like, I've been hearing like something. I think. I think the Singular Point novel's out. I think. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm seeing like it shipped on the July 26th.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I think it's already out then. Shoot.
Get it?
Yeah. No, probably gonna have to pick it up or something. Let's see. It's like what else is in there? Show me.
Yeah, I was just like scraping the bottom of the barrel, like, for new stuff to talk about.
Right. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, like, unless, I don't know. I think we can just like wrap it up here.
Yeah,
this is a shorter episode.
Yeah, just a shorter episode, which it's all right. We don't need to like extend ourselves out to any more than needed. It's like, and then maybe
next month will be much more eventful.
Yes, for sure, very, very much so. So. No. Yeah.
Nah, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, no, I was about to say it's like not the biggest move for it right now. It's like we'll possibly save that for next month when it's more exciting, more vibrant.
Yeah. More people here.
Yeah. More speaking people here.
Yeah.
In the meantime, thank you guys very much for joining in this month's KWCC. And we will see you guys next time for next month's stuff. The results, the last Shin match, and then whatever else comes out of that time. So see you then. See you then.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.